In another video, I showed you how to take an OPT, grab a starting document number, and push it down to all the pages for that document. And in this video, I want to show you how to do that using Microsoft Access. So in the last video, I showed you how to do this using Microsoft Excel, which is fine. It works most of the time. However, if you have millions and millions of records, Excel is just not great at handling that. You need something a little bit more heavy duty, such as Microsoft Access. Let me show you how to do it using Access. This is the same OPT file we had last time. I did fix my column headers because I got them wrong in another video, which doesn't really matter. And the document number is the one we generate using Excel. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to generate document number 2 using Microsoft Access. To do that, you need to make a module. Yes, it's programming, it's complicated, but what I'll do is I'll save this module on my website so you can just cut and paste it and adapt it to your situation. Let me show you. So we'll click on modules, and what I have here is a module that should do exactly what we need. Let me run it first, and then I'll go over details explaining you how it works. To run the module, we're going to click on this green arrow, and it's done. If I go back to the table, and we'll find document here, and we have same results here as we got with Microsoft Excel. Let's dive into module. I'll go over different pieces and explain to you how they work, and hopefully you'll be able to adapt it to your specific situation. First thing we do in the module, we have a start and end of a function, which is just your section of a code. We're going to define a couple of variables. We're going to define a temporary string where we're going to hold a value as it gets pushed down, and then we're going to create a record set. Record set is your connection from a module to a table, and this is how you can tell which documents and in which order you will be reading them from the table. One way to generate this SQL statement, if you don't know how, is going to queries, create query, add OPT, add our fields, select sort, and then switch to SQL view. And now you can cut and paste this SQL statement just without a semicolon right into this section of a module so that you get to the right documents. Next, once documents are selected, we have a loop which is going to go through every line in that table. And whenever we see a Y in the column doc, we're going to remember that Bates number to a temporary value, which we define here above. And then we're going to get to an update statement where we're going to write that value to document number 2, which is what we are updating. So if there is no Y, it'll write a value from a previous loop, and if there is one, it'll get replaced with the current value. And that's all it does. It loops around, closes record set, function ends. That's it. Copy and paste it, change your fields here and here, and set your SQL statement using Query Builder like I showed you before, and you'll be all set. But before you run this on millions and millions of records, make a small table with a couple of hundred documents and do a quick test. Make sure it works fine. Make sure you're not updating the wrong field. And once you're comfortable that it works on a small table, go ahead and run it on a large table with all your documents. It's best to save Access database on a C drive because that's going to be the faster drive for this process, not a network drive. And then you can copy it back on a network drive if you need to. But run it on a C drive or SSD hard drive as well. That's really going to help things out. And that's it. That's how you use modules in Microsoft Access. Thanks for watching.